Hey guys, today I'll be explaining the Analects of Confucius 2.21. And without further ado, let's get started. 2.21. Someone said to Confucius, "Why do you not take part in government?" The master said, "The book of documents says, filial, only be filial, and a friend to your older and younger brothers. This has an influence on the way of government. To do this is to take part in government. Why must I take on a position in order to take part in government?" So someone or a stranger says to Confucius, why are you not taking part in government? So then Confucius says that he doesn't need to be a person in office in order to help improve people. And he supports his claim with an excerpt from the book of documents. So it starts by saying that you should be filial. So if someone truly lives out filial respect and fraternal concord, which is harmony with your siblings, then you are already shaping civic order. And here's why. So like we've talked about all the way back in book 1, family education is going to be the most important because it is the base for public life. So the patterns are basically the same. And here it says that you should be warm and harmonious with your siblings. And you should treat them with love, but at the same time, make sure to not get too carried away and be aware of your role and your position in the family. So it is the same with governing. So the education or the habits that you gain from your family when you were still living with them extends out into your public life. So for instance, something that I hear a lot as a Chinese person is that when you are out in public and you meet someone who is rude or doesn't have any manners or has any bad habits, then you would say that that person 没有家教, which means that person didn't have family education, which means that their parents didn't teach them how to be a well-rounded and well-mannered person. And so this is how family education is still relevant today. So with the hope that most people have had a good family education, then when you treat others like how you treated your siblings or how you treated your family in a good way, then they'll immediately realize that and they'll follow it without another word because of its familiarity. And even if people haven't had good family education, but they can still feel the gist of it. So ultimately, filiality and fraternal concord train you to keep your promises, be trustworthy, and be harmonious, and respect each other's roles. And that will be the basis for public trust. So in summary, a good son or brother or a good daughter or sister can be trusted as a good official because ultimately, like we've said before, your role as a family member and a role as a person in society have the same kind of patterns or grammar. And this is also why your families, teachers, and good examples will actually accomplish more governing earlier and just overall more than the actual government. And that is also why Confucius also stresses the parent's role in children's education. So as a parent, you should never trust your child's education into an external source's hands because ultimately you know your child the most and you love and care about your child the most. and you have the most personal connection with them, so you should educate them on how to be a good citizen or a good person, because others will not do it as well as you would. So trust yourself. And I should probably mention that in Chinese tradition, people in office or the government are not just good public speakers that are capable of using their wit to win over the people's trust, but they're also responsible for educating and improving their people. So politics and moral instruction are inseparable. So Confucius believes that whether you're in the government or you're teaching or you're a parent, your goal is ultimately going to be the same, which is to cultivate the people that you care about and help them become better people. So if that's the case, then why does he need an official post? So yeah, you don't need to be a government official, or you don't need an official permit in order to help people improve themselves. So for example, I'm still too young to be a university professor, but I'm still trying my best to teach you guys and improving myself at the same time. So the main takeaway here is that titles only last a term, while habits last a lifetime. So you should build your habits that will turn you into the best person that you can possibly be. And yeah, that will be all today. Thank you for listening.